We're gonna be back in Gorn.
Human beings, but also as a nation.
Let's go and talk to the prisoner. You awake, man?
You know, to Hugh's point,
yeah, you're awake.
Message, he can talk about rebuilding the economy, but until he listens to the scientists and focuses on the data that
ignores and walks away,
and then subsequently the economy, but not in the reverse order, he's not going to get the economy under control because both of these
settings.
are interconnected.
Yeah, let me ask you about that too. We have it up on the screen, Hugh. We showed this at the start of this year. The president clearly believed the economy was going to power.
I'll have to respond to my parents, so sorry if that's annoying.
Not like they do right now. That's majority approval, but it's those other two topics there: the coronavirus, race relations.
Today we're going to use the axe.
For the president's performance on that, especially when you talk about coronavirus, it does not look like it's going away anytime soon. Certainly not before the election.
Sorry about the TV.
The hope there on the president team part that they can make this, you know, really more of a choice between Trump and Biden.
Whoever watches, say hi first.
The president running for re-election. If his numbers on the coronavirus, can he realistically win a second term?
Yes,
I'm decapitated.
I think that the economy and people's drinking is going to be so significantly.
Oh boy, right on a spike. One kill.
There was a referendum on an actual recession caused
ooh, bloody axe.
in the spring of the election.
My favorite.
Everybody knows why we have hit the economic wall. And everybody knows we need Moderna or AstraZeneca to come up with a vaccine. Our therapies have to be successful. If the flatten the curve works a second time around in California, and the underlying
say sorry or I'll decapitate you. You didn't say sorry.
Can make the persuasive case that the blue-collar boom you just referred to, Steve, that was there in January, is because of his deregulatory efforts and because of his guiding of the economy. He will speak to individual voters, and, you know, I think it's a three-state election.
Chopped his hitting arm off.
Republicans are trying to put Minnesota and New Hampshire into play. Democrats are trying to put North Carolina and Arizona into play. The Texas stuff is kind of laughable. But I think maybe it's an 8-state election.
You gave up.
To target the voters.
So kaboosh.
And Zerlina agree with me that there's an opportunity.
What about I just smack you?
I think the president has an opportunity to significantly increase his numbers on the security issue.
Woo, brutal.
I think it's so far away from being not
hey, you missed it.
But even not fluid, given the
let's punch you in the face and then grab you by the neck.
Not only social media, not only the coronavirus, not only the economic collapse, the coming rebound, but also the appearance of the Chinese Communist Party as a legitimate global threat on the order of the Soviet Union back in the 1980 election. All bets are off, Stevens, earlier.
Let me put this up on the screen and ask you both about this.
Exploded.
There were a couple of polls, in fact, out of Pennsylvania. Excuse me, there was one poll out of Pennsylvania today. A couple of numbers from that poll, though. The bottom line number, this is a Monmouth poll, 53-40. Biden leading Trump there. We've seen a number of polls out of those states Hugh mentions there, those three traditionally Democratic states that switched to Trump in 2016, that have shown results, maybe not quite this lopsided, but certainly in Biden's favor. In this same poll, though, they asked folks about the prospect of secret voters. The idea of folks basically not telling you they're going to vote for somebody, but they end up doing it. And you can see there a strong suspicion cut across party lines that there are secret voters there for Donald Trump detected. There's something that wouldn't pop up in polling. Whoa! It would only come up on election day. I'm just curious.
Whoa, double hit.
Do you think there's anything to that, or do you think that's just a lot of folks letting their minds get away with them a little bit?
I think it's a little bit of them letting their minds get away with it, because I think that certainly there are people that may not want to tell a pollster that they support Donald Trump because of the policy impacts on communities of color and what that says about that.
Hey guys, this is my hand.
Implements those policies. But I don't think that there is a larger number of secret Trump voters than black and brown voters who are being ignored by the media, by the mainstream media, by the Democratic establishment, and really the conversation writ large. There are more voters that voted for Barack Obama in 2012 that did not turn out for Hillary Clinton in 2016 than the margin of victory. That's the winning path for Joe Biden. He needs to focus on engaging those folks because they've shown that they will show up if engaged to vote for the president on the Democratic side. And so that's where he needs to focus. I don't think there's a secret Trump vote. I think there's Biden vote, and black and brown communities
Clean off!
directly to in order to be engaged to turn out.
Hugh, just final question to you. You mentioned, the idea of the Trump campaign really starting to turn up the heat on Joe Biden there. We had the number here. The voters who say Trump and they don't like Biden.
Did I chop half of your face off? Hello?
The voters who didn't like Trump, didn't like Clinton, overwhelmingly broke for Trump.
Bloody mess.
Poll, and we've seen this in a number of others. Those voters now breaking over.
Another guy.
Joe Biden. Is Joe Biden a more difficult candidate for Trump to run against than was?
It used to be. I think Vice President Biden was a much better candidate 4 years ago. Than
Decapitated right clean off.
Nominee to run against Donald Trump. The president's ability on the campaign trail this year is still very much up for grabs. And on the shy Tory, that's the term that we invented when John Major won an upset victory. That's not the model I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Brexit model where Dominic Cummings went out and found 3 million new voters. And I'll tell you, Steve, I grew up 7 miles from Pennsylvania. I don't believe that number today. I talk weekly with Selena.
Hey, noob, let's throw you on a spike. Never mind, he just didn't.
Whether it's Val Demings or Kamala Harris or
Ow.
they are going to be anti-energy and anti the thing that has brought Pennsylvania.
1 minute, guys.
So I think Pennsylvania is the keystone of those 3 states. I think Western Pennsylvania is the keystone of the keystone. And
sorry, guys, I'm just gonna have to put a rope on my hand because I just hurt myself. What's the rope on the controllers?
Philadelphia, we got that rivalry going here, it sounds like, but we'll have to leave it there for now. Hugh Hewitt, Zerlina Maxwell, thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And by the way, Zerlina's new book, The End of White Politics, How to Heal Our Liberal Divide, that is out right now. Coming up, Dr. Anthony Fauci responds to the White House officials who are openly questioning his credibility.
It is a bit bizarre. I don't really fully understand it.
And with an increase in coronavirus cases across the country, is President Trump sidelining his top scientists? Plus, the latest on a massive hack attack and apparent Bitcoin scam on Twitter. The accounts of Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and others compromised. Stay with us.
Don't just think about where you're headed this summer. Think about how you get there. And now that you can lease or buy a new Lincoln remotely or in person, discovering that feeling has never been more effortless.
Accept our summer invitation to get 0% APR on all 2020 Lincoln vehicles. And Lincoln delay. Thursday.
We're an open-air system. You scared of the virus now? I already had it. I was on my way to donate plasma.
Boom! Another successful interaction with a man. 30 Rock returns.
Shut up!
With an all-new reunion special. Dreams really do come true. How did you slap me?
I have the iPhone 40.
30 Rock, a one-time special. Thursday on NBC. Streaming the next day on Peacock. And every 30 Rock episode available July 15th on Peacock.
How are they going to pay for this?
They will. But with accident forgiveness, Allstate won't raise your rates just because of an accident. So good?
Really?
You were talking about Allstate and...
I just...
Accident forgiveness from Allstate. Click or call for a quote today.
Oven-ready meals. Done in minutes. New from Sunbasket.
This isn't something that's just going to go like that. It's okay to help. And it's okay to ask for help. I've seen what therapy has done for me. I think the opportunities are endless of how many people we can help. Talkspace. Therapy for all.
It's Jay Kilheen. I'm back on the Quick Road. Mr. Alexander has given Wade and I the green light. We must become the #1 key.
See you guys.